Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Teacher Ma from Singapore PSLE, and for this video, we're going to cover a fraction calculations, very basic ones, which is fraction multiplications. Now, starting off with 3/4 times 1. We can imagine this one as one lasagna, and since it's in a rectangular shape, so let's use a rectangle to represent it. Now, for this lasagna, we're taking 3/4 of it. That means I need to cut it into 4 parts, and we take 3 of it. And also, it just is simply 3/4. And the 4 represent 4 parts for one lasagna. Now, how about 3/4 times 5? In this case, we not only have one lasagna, but we have 5 lasagnas. 5 of it. Wow, that's a lot. And then, each of them, we are taking 3/4. Each of them, we are taking 3/4. Now, let's count how many units we have. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 3 units for each lasagna, and we have 5 of it. So it's basically 3 times 5. We get 15 units. But then for each lasagna, it's 4 units. So the answer should be 3 times 5/4 and give us equals to 15/4. So in this case, for a fraction, multiply with a whole number, what we need to do is use the numerator times with whole number. The numerator part times with whole number. And then the denominator, just keep it. So the denominator, just denominator itself. And moving on. But we have a special case, for example, 3/4 times 4. Now in this case, we have 4 lasagna, we cut into 4 and we take 3 for each. And the numerator should be 3 times 4 and the denominator should be just 4 and give us 12/4. But some of you already visualize, hey, that actually just equals to 3 lasagnas. How is it 3? See the last one? We have 3 units, but for this 3 units, we can distribute to the previous 3s. So for 1 unit of the last one, we can separate to the first one, and second one, third one to third one. Now we have how many 4 lasagnas? Hey, just 3. So actually that will be equivalent to 3. So how it became 3 is the 12 and 4, we can both simplify by 4 and give us equals to 3 and 1. And that will be just 3. Now, we can actually simplify at the very last stage, but we can also do simplification at the previous stage, which is 3 times 4. And the 4 can be simplified with the 4, which is numerator, simplify with denominator, and leave us 1 and 1. Hey, but over here, not just the second stage, the very first stage also can. We simplify with the whole number with the denominator. 1 and 1, leave us only 3. So in this case, for fraction times whole number, we can actually do simplification first, which by using the denominator to simplify with the whole number. And then we do the calculation, we do the multiplication. But remember, we need to use numerator to multiply with the whole number. Now we understand how to do fraction times whole number, but how about fraction times fraction? For example, 2/3 times 4/5. Hey, still, let's use the lasagna as the example. Now this time, that represents as 1 whole lasagna, but what we have is not 1 whole, but a 4/5 lasagna. How to show it? Hey, just cut into 5 and we take 4 of it. That's the 4/5 lasagna we have. Now, this is what we have. But among what we have, we need to take 2 or 3 of it. That means I need to cut into 3 and we take 2 of it. Oh, this time the orange part is what we have left. Now, how many units we have left? 8 units. But how many units should have for a whole lasagna? We can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, total have 15 units. But the problem is, how do we get a 15? Remember, we first cut into 5 because the denominator is 5. And then we cut into 3 because the denominator is 3. And then the 15 comes from 3 times 5. Denominator times denominator. And how about the 8? 8 units will be left. Is first we have 4 units and we cut each 4 by 2. This gave us 2 times 4. Numerator times numerator. And for this one, we need to use numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and then what we have is 8/15. Problem solved. So let's do a summarize. For fraction times fraction, what we need to do is numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. From there, let's do some practice. For example, 5/7 times 9/4. So it's just simply, you can pause here and try it yourself. 5 times 9, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and give us equals to 45/28. And then let's try one more. 12/7 times 14/9. First, as usual, we can do like this, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. But from this stage, I think you already visualize something. And actually, we can do simplification first. Now, at this stage, you can see 12 and 9, they can be both divided by 3. So what we can do is simplify all by 3 and leave us 4 and 3. And 14 and 7 can also simplify by 7, leave us 2 and 1. So what we actually have is just 4 times 2 will be the number left, and 1 times 3 for the denominator, and finally 8 over 3. But the question over here is we can not only do the simplification at the second stage, but we can also do it at the very, very beginning, which is 12 and 9 simplified, 14 and 7 simplified. And that means we can ignore the second stage and directly go to the multiplication. So for fraction multiplications, what we can do, the first step is not actually multiply, it's trying to simplify. So always remember to simplify first, and then we multiply them all together. So by understanding how to do the fraction multiplications, I will give you 5 examples for you to try. You can type the answers in the comment section below. You can pause here and try those questions yourself. After that, if you want to learn more about PSLE Maths, you can try to scan both QR codes, either join our study group for 2026 or contact me directly. And that will be the end for our video, and see you next time. Bye bye.